Guys, look around. Look at this. Happy holidays. This is just decorated beautifully.
That's a big tree. I want one of those.
I wanted to get one like that for the garage, but it's too late.
Oh, I love that.
Good to see you.
Seeing you.
Will you shake hands with the subscribers?
Hey, ASM Bryce.
Bryce.
Oh, but also the subscribers, of course.
So you have a couple really cool vehicles for
brand
us
new,
today,
fresh
right?
off the truck.
What are they?
They're the new Mercedes-Benz EQs. EQ is a new line of electric. It's its own sub-brand for Mercedes-Benz. So we've got both models here for you, the 450 and the 580.
Does EQ stand for something, or is it just random like the rest?
Electric quality. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But also, like, people talk about having EQ versus IQ. So,
well, is it because Jason doesn't have an IQ? What do you mean?
I think he's implying something, but I'm not smart enough to figure it out.
He's implying you're dumb.
I wasn't implying anything. I said it.
Oh, he was straight up saying you're dumb.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
So are these meant to compete with the Tesla, in your opinion?
So look, Mercedes doesn't want to build a Tesla because Teslas are very one-sided almost. Mercedes wants to be the best electric car that there is. So they're not looking to build. We know we can build a fast car. Electric's not hard to make fast. Mercedes is never going to build a car unless it has the absolute best in performance that it can do, the absolute best in luxury that it can do, the absolute best technology that it can put in a car, the best safety they can put into a car, and wrap it into one package. Is going to be a hell of a lot of fun to drive.
So you feel like the Mercedes is going to have much better build quality and, you know, and technology inside the car?
I'll let you be the judge. I've been in both of them.
What about driving experience?
I actually haven't driven an EQS in Columbus. I drove
So you have, what did you say it was, the 580?
580.
450?
And a 450. Those are the two models that they come in. So the
Okay.
580 is going to be the one that has the larger motors and is all-wheel drive. Both of them, when you hook them up to like a level 2 charger, you're going to get 80% of the range in half an hour or less.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is really nice.
You'll see next we'll have an EQB, which will be off the GLB, which is also really cool. Europe's getting an EQA. The next sort of mid-sized sports electric car we'll have is an EQE. And that'll be here in another probably 4 months.
So the EQE is more of the refined. Well, the S is the most.
The S will be the top. That's the flagship.
Yeah,
And then the
E's
EQE.
like-
Yep.
Will there be an EQ Maybach?
There will be.
Oh, that's a great question.
There will be an EQ Maybach SUV,
Okay.
and then the GLS, the farthest generation GLS that we know about is an all-electric GLS.
So as you guys know, we don't like to just give you like the brochure numbers like Daniel said. We like to give you real-world tests, real-world numbers. And this is a prime example of that, so thanks, Daniel, for allowing us this opportunity. Some of the first EQS vehicles, EQS, right?
EQS, yeah.
EQS vehicles in the country.
We need to meet Chris here.
Yeah.
And we need to have him go through
Chris
everything.
he's been like raring to go.
Chris?
Yes.
I'm Jordan.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Brad. Good to meet you as well.
to meet you.
We hear you're the face of the EQS line. So what are your initial thoughts of the EQS versus the Plaid?
So the Plaid, they left it on the mode that you couldn't really test it. I think it's called like lane mode, or I forget what it's called. Chill mode, yeah. So they wouldn't let us really get out and stretch the legs on those. The interior is the biggest difference. On the Plaid, it's got the kind of a strange steering wheel, and everything's just on that one screen. So this is truly a luxury vehicle, where they said that Tesla is more of a technology company who makes cars.
Oh my God, put your head on this. Like this, like kind of like turn to the side like you're actually laying down. Right. Yeah, like almost off to the side. Isn't that nice?
Oh my God, it's super nice.
How are we doing on air? Do you guys want colder?
I feel good right now.
Okay.
I'm pretty comfy. Would you like some more air?
Yeah, a little bit, please.
Would you like a water too?
Yeah, if they have one.
Would you like
So you can
a
move
lobster
the
roll
vents here in this car. Then
Are there tray tables in here or no?
No.
All right, I'm leaving. That's a new feature. The plastic seatbelt.
Yeah, they do this on all electrics now, just so you know.
It's like being at grandma's house.
So does this have any newer like automation for automatic driving than the standard S-Class?
yeah, I mean it's
Is
basically
it the same as the S-Class?
Yeah, they didn't really come out with a whole new generation when they just came out with the new S-Class.
If you can't figure out where you're going with a map this size in your car,
Right?
like that's like the old Atlas maps like that you would hold in your hand. Like that's how big that is.
Gigantic.
Yep.
So your favorite feature is the torque, like the instant.
Yeah, hands down. I'm a speed freak, so I mean that's just incredible. But this whole hyperscreen is amazing as well.
So is this meant to be this low?
You can adjust it.
Okay, so that's adjustable.
The pillows are so comfortable.
Yeah,
They really are.
one of the better things I like about this as well is you can adjust the resistance when you let off the accelerator.
Oh, okay.
With the paddles.
Yeah.
Also,
So the
you can
battery
have-
braking,
You can have no resistance at all. It'll just coast.
Oh, that's
You
very
can have
nice.
a little bit of resistance, and then you can have a lot of resistance. So
That's
it'll
really
slow
nice.
down from 40, 50, 60 to 5 miles an hour
That's
without
very nice.
touching the brake pedal.
Yeah, I've never heard of being able to adjust
Yeah, the
the battery braking.
So when you're under braking, Does that help charge the batteries? Does it have regenerative braking?
How much does that really do? Do you know? Like on a full range, I mean, is that going to help you like a couple miles?
Yeah, it's not going to
Like,
be
not
a
much.
huge impact. Yeah, it's more of charging the car.
So this 580 model has 510,
516.
516 horsepower.
You got enough room back there?
Oh yeah.
How's your-
Plenty of room.
How is it back there on the space?
It's good. I have a lot of leg room. There's just the headroom is lower than what I've experienced in sedans.
And then you guys can feel it's got the air suspension in it as well.
Yeah, it's
just,
very smooth.
you know, you can actually set the car to make noise if you want it to for like
let's hear
acceleration.
that. What is
But
creep function?
It's like where the car will go by itself like if you let off the brake pedal, it'll just start rolling, or you can set it to where you let off the brake pedal and nothing happens.
Okay.
So
I like
some
all
reason-
those minor adjustments.
Yeah, I think that's mainly because, you know, mostly electric vehicles, when you hit the gas, it's kind of like a jerky reaction. That creep function allows it more to be a gas-powered car where it
What gives you what
creeps
you're
and then-
used to?
Yeah.
What-
And then if you hit the EQ button, you've got the range consumption standard program. You can adjust everything. So it has the dynamic select like your normal E-Class or S-Class would have right here. So you can still choose your transmission setting even though there's not really a transmission. It's just how much battery gets used and the acceleration that you're going to have.
Bryce, what are you doing?
Oh yeah. It does get addictive, that instant torque, doesn't it?
Is that
incredible.
the fake sound being brought in?
Yeah, what you heard there, the whirring
I like
noise.
that.
Synthetic.
I love the interior. I think it's just like I love the wood, synthetic wood touches, and I don't know what this material is, but it's really soft and nice.
It is nice. It's
Yeah.
almost like Alcantara mixed with.
It's like a synthetic.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a yacht.
You know, you're right. It's very like
Yep.
yes. It has like a teak feel.
Yeah, it's very marine.
Now, can this do over-the-air updates?
Yeah. So Daniel said that he believes that they're going to be making EQ AMG models. Do you know anything about that?
No, we asked the trainers in New Jersey and they said, well, we're still trying to get through more of our other lineup coming out electric first before they get into the AMG EQSs.
Because I would imagine that. I mean, it's an unfair comparison to compare this to the Plaid.
I agree.
But you're not.
You know,
Yeah,
you're not apples to apples. You need to wait until like the AMG versions and the top performance models would come out.
Yeah.
That's what the Plaid is.
Well, you're not buying. The same consumer's not looking at the Plaid. I think they want a nicely appointed Mercedes, but they care about our environment.
And then your first service on this car is 2 years just to do the brakes, make sure the brakes are good.
So that's it. So do you actually service the batteries at all in any way? Like, are you doing checks on them?
just when you bring it in for the 2-year service is the first time. Otherwise, it's kind of self-monitoring. If there's any sort of issues with any of the batteries, you'll get an alert and then bring it into our service department.
So what do you think, Brett? What's your favorite first impression?
I'm a big interior guy, and I've never been in a car with nicer interior. I think they nailed the fact that they wanted to take an S-Class and turn it into an electric vehicle. I feel like I'm in an S-Class.
It's just kind of wild because everybody's going to just gigantic screens.
Yeah.
Like that's like what you need for like next generation is covering everything with a screen.
Right.
Everything.
But it's got to be intuitive, and I think this is very intuitive and very laid out, very smart. I think the Tesla's got it in my mind just because the dream of being able to not drive and fall asleep, and you have hope that they're going to push that out over the
Correct.
airwaves.
Well, one of my favorite things over this is a regular steering wheel. I really wish that the Plaid had a regular steering wheel. That yoke is like
the yoke's a joke.
you should at
Let's
least-
just
You
say
gotta
it.
you gotta two-hand it. You can't
Yeah.
do the one move. You
correct.
Know, the one.
It's just strange.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Very strange.
Like, did you hear that? Like that's completely synthetic.
It sounds so authentic too, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but you hear nothing. Like in the Plaid, you hear nothing.
Yeah. And I like how subtle it is, though. It's not like trying to
Right,
be
it's not
too,
trying to like
too
shove it
fake.
in your face.
Yeah.
And then the sunroof car is just swipe. You just swipe.
Oh, that's neat.
You just swipe to stop it and swipe to open it back up.
The ride quality in these S-Classes, though, it's incredible.
Just the wood with like those lines in it.
Yeah,
It's just
just little
very-
subtle things like that.
Yeah.
There's just so much attention and detail, and it really puts everything together for a very unique.
Do you guys think Mercedes has the best interior of any other manufacturer?
I mean, how can you not like Mercedes interiors? For me,
Right.
they're the best.
Oh, it's the best for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I love hearing you guys' feedback because I don't get out to drive any other cars really. I have a Mercedes myself all day.
Okay.
I drive a Mercedes-Benz, so I don't get to get in other manufacturers all day long like you guys do. So it's good to hear. You know, it's awesome to hear that.
I just don't find myself saying, oh, I wish they would have put this here, or I wish they would have done that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad you guys got a chance to experience it. I took a couple of the other salesmen out in the 450 because they were all taking pictures of it, and I was like, let's go for a ride. And they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Just when you drive it, it's different than seeing videos and pictures and hearing what everybody else thinks about it. Like, makes such a bigger impact when you're in it.
It's great. I just, in general, the electric cars just need to be styled better.
Yeah.
Just like a normal car. Like, I don't know why they can't be styled like a normal vehicle.
I've been asking that question since the first Prius came out. Why do you got to cover half of the back wheel?
Yeah.
What does that do?
And like just have it look like an S-Class or an E-Class. I mean, any regular car they come out with looks great.
Yep.
I just don't know why, because it's electric, it has to look a certain way.
Looks like you put some F40 wheels as your protection.
It looks pretty cool though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. What's happening with the inside?
Well, for some reason, the coolant is completely dry, empty.
Well, for the e-motor.
Right.
So it's the e-motor coolant. He's never seen it completely empty. He's seen it low, but not completely empty. So it's completely empty. So we got to try to. He's fixing the seat right now. He's going to fill it up, and then we're going to take it for a drive and see if it's going anywhere.
I mean, there's got to be a leak. There's no. How does it get dry like that? There's no other explanation.
I've never seen anything under the car, but I mean, how else is it supposed to? You can't evaporate out of there.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. No.
Okay, I think we can tighten it down properly now.